Welcome viewers to Diabetes Hope Channel, the channel where we educate you, motivate you, and encourage you to control your diabetes and probably reverse it. This is the place where you find hope. I am your co-host, Nyambura Madenge, and our host is
Wanjiko Dungu. Welcome, Sarah, to my kitchen.
Thank you.
Dear viewers, you are very much welcome today into my kitchen.
Thank you on behalf of the viewers.
Yes.
So, Mwalimu, I can see you have good things for us. What is this all about?
Well, today we are going to do juicing, my favorite drink.
Wow.
Yes.
And I can see we are going to use celery is like a vegetable and ginger, and we're going to mix it with fruits.
Yes, we are.
I wonder how that is going to taste.
It always comes out very nice.
I look forward.
Yes.
So, Mwalimu, where did all this begin?
Sarah, this started 10 years ago when I was struggling with blood sugars, as we have already earlier discussed.
Okay.
And I discovered the power of juicing.
Wow.
And its potential to assist the body to heal itself. And since then, I have never turned back. I drink a glass or 2 or 3 of juices every day. You have said that
the body has the power to heal itself. What do you mean by that?
You know, Sarah, we have such an amazing body.
Okay.
A body that has capacity to self-heal and self-maintain.
Okay.
But you must give it the right nutrients.
Okay.
Once the body has the right nutrients, and these nutrients are going to come from raw vegetables and fruits.
Oh.
And once you put these things into the body knows where the trouble is. It can heal itself.
Wow. Okay. I'm curious to know what happens and how this juice tastes, considering it's a mix of fruit and vegetable.
You know, Sarah, it's good to be curious.
Yes.
Do you have an idea what I did? When I discovered that actually these things can heal my body and stop my sugars from rising high?
No, but I'm looking forward.
Dear viewers, when I discovered that my sugars are going high, I learned that raw food can heal my body.
Okay.
And for that reason, I was also curious to test. And I went for 60 days on a raw food diet.
What, Mwalimu?
Yes.
60 days with no cooked food?
Yes.
How?
I actually went for 60 days without cooking my food. At first, it was very difficult.
Okay.
And I had to explain to my family that I have an important thing to do.
Okay.
And therefore, I made them know that I will actually cook for them, but I will not eat that food.
And you are not tempted?
Well, of course, temptations are always there. But my motivation, what I really wanted to achieve was a lot greater than the temptation of cooked food.
Okay.
And I can tell you, after those 60 days, very amazing things happened to my body.
What happened?
I think the greatest thing for me was that I lost a lot of weight. I was really struggling with my weight. Okay. I had always wanted to lose weight. But after those 60 days, I lost 10 kgs. I never went to the gym. I just took my raw juices. Wow. I felt very light. I actually felt very young. And I have never turned back. Wow. Even today, I always say, if I was ever hit by a very serious disease, I would simply go back and go raw.
Wow. Sounds amazing. I should try that because I feel like I need to lose some weight. And it's taken me forever. So I want to learn.
Welcome, Sarah, to the world of juicing.
Thank you.
It is a very amazing world.
Thank you.
And also, dear viewers, I would really want to welcome you to the world of juicing. Okay. It takes a bit of time, it takes a bit of effort, but it is very rewarding.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Dear viewers, when we talk about juicing, There are two ways in which we can make these juices.
Okay.
We can use a breader or we
Okay.
can use a juicer. For me, I used both of them.
Okay.
I could juice some of the things using a juicer,
Okay.
and I could juice others using a breader.
Okay.
But for diabetics, I always prefer them to use a breader instead of a juicer.
And why is that?
Because when we use a juicer, we concentrate the sugars. And for severe diabetics, the sugars are going to go high.
Okay.
For that reason, we prefer to bread because when you bread your things, you are able to retain the fiber.
Okay.
And fiber is very, very important because it slows the absorption of sugars.
Okay.
And this reduces sugar spikes because we do not want diabetics to get into sugar spikes even when they are making the juices. It is therefore important, dear viewers, that when you get introduced into this world of juicing, you always are conscious. This juice that I have made, does it have high sugars? Always ensure that the juice you take is palatable, it is nice to drink, but it does not have a lot of very high sugars.
Okay.
Yes. We are going to use a number of ingredients. The very first one is going to be an apple.
Okay.
We are then going to use an avocado, the friend of the diabetics.
Okay.
We are going to use ginger.
Nice.
We are going to use celery. Lovely celery. This is my favorite vegetable.
Okay.
And we are also going to use a herb we call cinnamon.
Okay.
Among other things that we are going to use, we are going to use apple cider vinegar. This one I want my viewers to see because they have to purchase.
Okay.
Yes.
This is,
I hope it's
apple cider vinegar
with mother. We are very specific about that.
So it has to have with mother.
Yes, mothers are important. And then we are going to use extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
And it is important that it is cold pressed or cold extracted.
Okay.
And we're also going to use white vinegar. And white vinegar, dear viewers, is very important for cleaning the vegetables that we are going to use.
Okay. I am looking forward, and thank you very much, Mwalimu, for this.
Dear viewers, anytime we are doing juicing, we need to be very careful about cleanliness. This is because these are things that we are not going to cook, and therefore we have to be sure that they do not have pathogens or anything that can be able to affect our bodies. We say that we are going to have a number of ingredients in this particular juice, and the first one we are going to start with is the ginger. Ginger is very important in many ways. One, it helps us in weight loss. A lot of diabetics actually have a lot of weight which they need to lose. Ginger is also important in reducing blood sugars within the body. It helps us in digestion, and it is also able to lower cholesterol. So every time we juice, we always prefer to use ginger. We are also going to use celery. Celery is one of the vegetables that I came to learn about very early, and its ability to cleanse the body. This is because it has a lot of antioxidants, and it is able to help us in reduction of cholesterol. When people are diabetics, it also means that their body are highly inflamed, and celery is an anti-inflammatory. And celery is also very good in detoxifying the liver. We are going to use apples in this juice as sweetener so that the juice is going to be very palatable. We also know that apples have a lot of health benefits, which includes actually helping diabetics in lower blood sugars. They are also very good in gut bacteria, and in later episodes, we shall show you how to ferment apples in order to bring about those good benefits for the gut. The other thing we are going to use is the avocado. For diabetics, this is our friend. This is because avocados have a lot of good fats, and when we eat avocados, we are able to feel full for a long period of time. So dear viewers, if you don't like avocados, time to change your mind. You have to get familiar with the taste of avocados, and it is important that you enjoy the avocados. Avocados are also useful in removing the foam that can happen when we use the celery and the apples. This is because within the avocado, we have what we call the soluble fiber. So it is able to take the fiber from the celery and also from the apples, and it is able to remove the foam that can happen. And it helps us to get something that is smooth and creamy. And we really enjoy juice when it has avocado. The other thing that we are also going to use is cinnamon. Cinnamon is also another friend for the diabetics. This is because cinnamon has ability to lower blood sugars. If you are a diabetic, it is important you use cinnamon on everything that you take. Cinnamon is also antiviral, it is antibacterial, and it is also antifungal. That is why we always like it near us. Then we say that we are going to use apple cider vinegar, and this is because it has detoxification effect, and we also know it has capacity to kill pathogens if they are going to be anywhere near our juices. Now, olive oil is also very important when we use. Remember, celery, we are not going to cook it. Digesting vegetables when they are raw can be difficult, but when we use an oil, it becomes easier for us to digest the raw vegetables. At the same time, the oil is good for our bodies. It is going to give us a lot more energy during the day, such that when we take this juice, we do not feel hungry. We can manage to stay for a very long time without feeling hungry. Now the question is, how do we clean these products? We have already done a first cleaning in the sink. The next thing we do is to disinfect the products. So here we have some water that we are going to use to disinfect the vegetables, and we always use white vinegar to disinfect. We are going to put about 10 ml of the vinegar. You can measure, or if you are used, for example, I'm used to this, I can be able to estimate what is about 10 ml in about a liter of water. And we are going to put these vegetables so that they can disinfect, so that if there were any germs on the vegetables, we are going to kill those germs. So you just do that in a minute or two, and they will be fine. When it comes to celery, you remove the part that is at the edge. That one you can keep it away because sometimes it has a bit of soil. Then we cut this celery into pieces and put it in our water because we also want to disinfect the celery with white vinegar. We also want to disinfect our board with the white vinegar. So we are also going to pour that water that has white vinegar on the board. The board, remember, it was already clean, so we are just trying to disinfect it. Then we are going to prepare the vegetables. We shall cut the celery into small pieces. You need a good knife to be able to do this. And we cut it into small pieces because we do not want to burden our breader. And then we need a breader. And the kind of breader we want is a strong breader. This is because if you buy one that is not strong, after using it for 2-3 months, it is going to break down. So you want a breader that will not break down within a short time. And we know a breader is strong by the watts of the breader. So we want it to be at least 1,000 watts. So if we have a breader that is 1,000 watts, that is likely to be a good breader. So there we are. We have cut the celery. We are now going to cut the apples. We cut them first of all into quarters. And we remove this part, the inner part that is a bit tough. And this is because we also want to not overburden our breader. So you remove that hard part. Then we cut them also into pieces and put in our breader.
So, Mwalimu, if your blender is not powerful, what happens?
It's not going to give you a lot of ripe.
Okay.
It's going to break down very, very easily after several use. So we prefer a strong breader that can take you for a long period of time.
Okay.
When we are cutting the ginger, we need to cut also into small pieces. And when we have cleaned the ginger well, we do not need to peel it. It is okay, even when it is not peeled.
Okay.
Finally, the king of the juice is the avocado.
So the avocado, you don't have to cut it into small pieces?
No, because it is very, very soft.
Okay.
All we want to do is to peel it nicely so that we do not leave a lot of nutrients on the skin.
Okay.
We want also to get the green part of the avocado. You see this green part? That is important. We want to capture that. Apple cider vinegar, we are going to put about 10 ml, and this is in 2 liters of juice. You can measure or you can estimate. And the same case applies with the olive oil. I'll just put about 10 ml. For me, I just estimate. It doesn't matter even if you put a little more or a little less. And when it comes to cinnamon, you put about a teaspoon. That is okay. I also don't have to use a teaspoon because I am experienced. I'm able to know what is a teaspoon. Dear viewers, I think now we are ready with the ingredients. We now need to add water. And when we add water, we want it to be about 3/4 full for those ingredients. I believe that will be enough. If it is too thick, you can always add water. Then we make the noise. Dear viewers, when we start breading, you always start with a low speed, and you make sure that all the things have been cut into pieces. And then after that, when you want to smoothen the juice, you can then go to high speeds. How do you know that our juice is smooth? You always look at the blender, and you can see whether there are still particles of the vegetables. If you can see particles of the vegetables, it is not yet smooth, but once it is smooth enough, you should not see particles. Yes, Sarah, I think we are done.
Wow.
This should be very nice, creamy juice.
Wow. Let's see.
Viewers, you can see that looking creamy and nice.
Nice.
And Sarah,
let's see. Wow.
Sarah is going to taste on your behalf.
It's looking very creamy. So, viewers, welcome. Nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, dear viewers, the juice we have here is very creamy and it's also very thick. So you can use it as breakfast, you can use it as lunch, you can use it as supper, you can actually use it to substitute for your meals.
Okay.
If you don't like it very thick, you can add more water and then that will be a bit right. So it depends on what you want.
Cheers.
Cheers, Sarah. How is it?
Nice. I actually like it.
Wow.
You don't taste the individual things. Okay, you feel like a taste of everything.
Yes.
And it's not very bitter. It kind of has a sweet, tangy
taste.
Yes.
Yes. Viewers, if you're diabetic, you don't want it to make it very sweet because you don't want the sugars to go high. On the other hand, it has to be sweet enough where you can ask for more. I always say, if you cannot ask for more, that was not a good juice. And viewers, what we'd like you to do this, prepare some, test your sugars before you take your glass, test your sugars 30 minutes after that juice, 1 hour after that juice. Your sugars should not go above 8. Worst case scenario, even if you are very high diabetic, they shouldn't go to 10. And this is something that is nutritious. This is a healing drink. It will actually heal your body. So we really highly recommend it. And once you make and taste and use it for a week or 2, I am absolutely sure that if the other foods that you're eating are also low carb, you should drastically see a reduction in your blood sugars.
Okay.
If you're on medication, I would suggest that it is important for you to keep in touch with your doctor because the sugars will simply come down. True. And when they come down, you start feeling very hungry and then you know there is a mismatch between the drugs you are taking and the food you are taking. So it will be that moment when the doctor needs to reduce your drugs. It is my hope and trust that the doctor will not only reduce your drugs, but as you continue to follow us and to follow our advice, that you will be in a position to remove the drugs totally and be able to be diabetic free. It is possible to reverse diabetes. Yes, it can happen, but there is some work to be done. Yes. And one of the work to be done is for you to prepare your juices and take them every single day.
Good.
Yes, Sarah.
This is something I can take every day comfortably.
Comfortably.
Yes.
Welcome to the world of juicing.
Thank you.
This is something you can never regret. And viewers, when you invite me to your place, make sure you have some juice. God bless you, and remember, this is just the start of juicing. There are many other things that are going to come up in my kitchen, so watch out. Let's keep in touch. Thank you.
So thank you very much, viewers. We are going to end this episode here so that we can go and enjoy You see, we still have more. I cannot leave Mwalimu's kitchen before this is done. So thank you very much for your continued support. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And tell a friend. I'm sure there are many of you who know a friend who is diabetic or their parents are. Recommend the channel to someone who can be helped by it. Thank you very much, and God bless you.